Hey, good morning, everyone. It's a nice, beautiful morning in Philadelphia. So do me a favor. Type in where you are. Type in where you live. Type in what you trade. Type in your bank account number and your password and ID. I'm the only one who sees it, and I'm the only one that's going to go to Morocco. All right, Robert. Please type in where you live and your what you're trading, whether you are experienced or a beginner. I just want to get a feeling for Robert. You're so funny. That's your account number. Thanks, Robert. um, a lot of you know me. A lot of you don't know me. Um, I am a very, very serious person when it comes to trading, but I also really enjoy life, and I have a good sense of humor. And sense of humor is part of this trade room. But we take everything very seriously, and that's the truth. No fooling around when it comes to the trading. So come on, type in. Nobody's typing. Come on, just once, please. People, make believe you're here. I don't know what happens to people when they get into a trade room. They just don't type. They don't. They feel like they're bothering the moderator or something. You're not bothering me. And I love questions, so answer questions. Uh, Vinicio, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I want to thank you for your software purchase and for joining with us. And I hope that I make it a great experience for you. And you're in El Salvador? You're kidding me. So, Vinicio, we have to make sure that when you trade in sim, which is what you should do for a while, trade in sim, and we're going to need to make sure that your fills are correct. All right? That's the key. We have to make sure that your fills are good. That's the most important thing because we don't know yet if you need a VPS, which is a virtual private server that will help you to get better fills. Because honestly, I have members all over the world, and some of them use VPS services, and some of them don't, and get great fills nevertheless. In other words, I have a member in Hong Kong, and I've got a member in Ireland, and he gets great fills without a VPS. So it varies. And we have some recommendations on VPSs that are less expensive than maybe some of the VPSs that you have seen. Okay, so our goal is to get you going at the best possible price. We want you to, be able to trade with the least cost and the best odds. And my DMM is just not expanding the way I want it to expand. So let me do it from the top. There we go. First step is I'm going to check my time. I want to make sure that my computer is in sync. You could use the old-fashioned Windows form of syncing, but it's convoluted. It takes a lot of time. And it's just not the way that we do it. We go to a website called time.is. When you go to time.is, that syncs your computer. Hold on a second. I got to turn my sound down on my phone. Uh, so, of course, there are a lot of new people here today. We invited a lot of new people to come see us, and I want to welcome everybody here from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. We got an incredible response to our request for you all to come watch us trade the ADP report live. No matter what happens today, um, We had the greatest day in our trade room in our history yesterday. It's not about one trade. It's about the long haul. It's about, you know, how do you do over the course of time? And if I was going to, quantify what we do best, it's how we look at things, and we look at things over time. We never change the way we trade based on one report or one trade. So my point is, everything could go wrong today, and it doesn't matter. And you have to have an open mind. You have to realize that that's why we are willing to put ourselves on the line. I mean, I don't know very many companies that will invite the world into their trade room and then trade live in front of everybody. And I can't tell you, that there is no worse feeling in the world than not having a great trade when everybody's in your room live. But there's also nothing better than having a fantastic trade. But it's not about one trade. Hang on one second. My talking Forex is so loud. So I use a website called Financial Juice. It's one of the sites that I use in the background. And unfortunately, their live streaming has a bug because it's beta. And his volume is so loud, I can't hear myself think. And when you turn the volume down, it's still loud. So keep in mind, first off, I recommend everybody bookmark financialjuice.com. It's a wonderful site. We also they have streaming news at the time of a report. And we also use a website called Talking Forex. They have streaming as well. And they have live streaming with people talking to you as you're trading, giving you the results of the news, which is awesome. Or they might, maybe the president just tweeted and you won't know that immediately. So we are here. We've invented, I guess we haven't invented, but we are perfecting appointment-based trading. News-based trading is the old way that we used to say it, but it's more than that because we're not just trading the news. We make appointments with the market. We don't sit around all day and wait for a report to get released or wait for a setup. We have very specific times that we trade. We have a schedule. Every Sunday, we send you the weekly market mover report. Looks like this. It's a free report. You could go to our website, www.10minutetrades.com. We'll send you this report for free every week. It's all the events that we think are important in the upcoming week that you should be watching, if not trading. All right. And then we also have a daily report, and we release our daily report the day before the trade. Okay. The point of that is we want you to know how to trade the day before the trade. And Patrick, I have to say hello. It's a tradition. When Patrick gets into the room from, I believe he's in France, he always says hello. So for us, our members are our friends. I'm not doing this for the money. People always ask, why do you teach when you can trade? And you know what? That's absolutely true. I can trade. I don't have to be here. I'm here because I love showing people about this type of trading. It's so much fun. I don't know if I can hang on, folks. I'm trying to, the people that work in my company are trying to do everything possible to distract me so heavily that I can't possibly pay attention to the trade. So bear with me. This is important to us. We think that we have the best system for trading news, reports, etc. I mean, yesterday, one of our members had, I mean, all of our members had the most incredible day. We couldn't leave the trade room. We just couldn't leave the trade room. It was just so exciting. People were basking in their profits yesterday, and I'm not bragging. It was just a fantastic, unexpected day. I mean, better than any day that I've ever experienced in a trade room in my life. It was so much fun. So, trading doesn't have to be just a solitary situation where you're all by yourself, sitting in your room, nobody to talk to. We try to make this a community. I'll tell you, the people that are our members are the nicest people. I have never in 3 years ever had to throw someone out of the trade room. I was in a webinar the other day where a guy was just acting so immature and cursing and saying terrible things. I've never had that experience in my whole life in our trade room. Um, People are here, they're serious. They like a little bit of levity. They like to relax before the trade. But when it comes right down to it, we take it so seriously, and we supply the report that you're going to trade the day before. And right now, I see about 50% members and at least 50% people that I don't know. And that's great. And I see some new folks that just joined us literally yesterday. And I see something that we get a lot of, and I think it's because news trading is so addicting and so interesting. People come and go. In other words, in the 3 years that I've been here, I've seen members stay for a year, leave for 6 months, come back for a year, stay for 3 years. Mary, this is absolutely recorded. You'll definitely get a copy of the recording. Mary, I'm going to spam you after this for the rest of your life. You're gonna not believe. No, I'm teasing you, Mary. We record it. We'll send you the email. We'll send you a great offer to join our trade room. We have special software that helps us to trade. You'll see that what it does is it puts a bracket on the screen. Here's what is going to happen right before the trade. You see these little brackets where my cursor is circling. You see this X. These X's represent our orders, and the price at the time is the current price. It's in the middle of the brackets. And the basic idea is we are looking for a single direction move based on the result of the ADP report. That's what we're looking for, a single direction move. If it bounces up and down, then that doesn't work for us. That makes the trade harder. So we'll do the best. We always do our absolute best, no matter what. We take it as it comes. We can't change the market. We can't change the responses. All we know is that we want to trade the various pieces of news that we have studied and found react in a certain way, in a consistent way on a regular basis. And those are the events that we like to take and trade. Okay, events that behave in a consistent manner. So a lot of people don't even know what the ADP report is. Most of you have heard of the ADP company. I think the exact correct name is automated data processing. For some reason, I thought it was automatic, but I think it's automated data processing. They basically are a payroll company. Like if you're a multinational corporation, you can hire ADP and they will do your payroll. And when I say do your payroll, they'll make out the checks for all your members. They'll do all the taxes properly. And so they have a real feeling in the country what's going on in terms of hiring, what companies have more people on the payroll, less people on the payroll. So historically, it's been a very impactful report. Hey, Satvir, nice to see you from London. We have people from all over the world this morning. Type in if you're from very far away. If you're not in the United States, type in from where you are. I know we've got one of our new folks. Vinicio is from El Salvador. Satvir is from London. And if you're not from the United States, type in where you're from. Stephen, I'm not going to repeat it. Joe, I know you're kidding. I don't even know how to pronounce that, Vern. Papua? Is it pronounced Papua New Guinea? Brian's from Ireland. So it's unfortunate. I might have to shut down my financial juice because it's so loud. South Africa. John is here from South Africa. A lot of people, a lot of people. Steve S is here. Steve, we miss you, Steve. We miss you. So yesterday, like I said, we had one of the most exciting days in the room. One of our members made $9,000 on a trade. $9,000. No joke. Can I prove it? I can prove it. Will you believe me? I don't know. I can show you his screen. His account crossed out and his trade was $9,160. All right. Now I'll be saving that really for later. That's the best trade he ever had. That's the biggest trade I've ever seen in the trade room since I've been here. I've been here about 3.5 years. I don't even know how long I've been here. It might even be longer. Time flies. So you don't have to raise your hand if you want to ask a question. Just type it in. I'll see the question. Steve, yesterday was amazing. It was an amazing day. Now people are going to ask me, well, how much did you make? I made my target. All right. It doesn't matter how much I made. I'm not here to brag about how much I made. I'm not here to be a big shot. The way that I trade in the trade room purposely is I trade the way an average trader would trade. And what I mean by that is I trade not too big, not too small, somewhere in the middle, the way someone who's really trying to do this would trade. So you can get an honest idea of what kind of money you might make if you had, an account size that was normal, not hundreds of thousands of dollars, but maybe $10,000 or something like that. So my goal is to trade not too big, not too small, just about average, like you would trade. All right. And I know I use the word you loosely. So I'm going to set up my trade because I want to be ready. Time is exact. I go to time.is to sync my trade. Gold is volatile. It'll be volatile before the trade. I have two charts open. I'm just looking at bonds on the right. I'm looking at the 15-year bonds, ZN. I suppose in an emergency, if for some reason gold went absolutely crazy, if I wanted to, I have an emergency bond trade, but I'm not really anticipating it. And you can save different trades. In other words, I have all of these trades. What was yesterday's trade? Was yesterday morning's trade was such an amazing experience. ISM, there's actually two ISM reports. There's ISM manufacturing, which is the most popular report. And then you have ISM non-manufacturing. That's the Institute of Supply Management. So let me set up my trade. So the way that I set up my trade is I look at our I look up our DMM, which is our daily market mover. And there's only one line I'm interested in. I right click my chart, my strategy comes up. I double click it, I unclick zones. I don't need zones. I'm using a bracket of 4. I'm trading 2 contracts for 6 ticks. I'm trading 1 contract for 12 ticks. I'm trading, let me get it right, 6 ticks. Profit target 1. 1 contract for 12 ticks. And target 3 is 20 ticks. All right. Position 1, 2 ticks. Position 2 is one contract. Position 1 is 2 contracts. Position 3 is 1 contract. Total of 4 contracts, 2, 1, and 1. Profit target 1 is 6 ticks. Profit target 2 is 12 ticks. Profit target 3 is 20 ticks. I fully expect to manage my way out of the trade. My stop is 12 ticks. This is a very unusual start time on the trade. It's an 8:15 trade. 8:14:58 is the time that my orders will show up on the chart, 2 seconds before the information is released. So I use our DMM to help me set up the trade. If you look at, and we also have it on the DMM, the economic calendar has a forecast of 140,000 jobs. If the number is 140, I'll probably lose money today because that's called the news offset. Our type of trading works best when the offset is bigger rather than matching. So what we'd like to see is 100,000 or 180,000. We'd like to see a nice difference in the expected result from the forecasted result. Okay? That's how it works for us. We also show that data on the DMM, the forecast. We also have a mini trade journal on our DMM. You could see our last 6 trades were winners. Robert, I am trading live. So the members in my room always remind me, hey, your chart's in sim, fix it. So it's like I said, we try to be a community. If I forget to do something, I'm just a human being. I'm not perfect. I'm also a regular person. I was a member of our company before I was the trade room moderator. I am not any more special than anybody in this room. I've just been doing this for a very long time. That's the only difference between me and you. That I have been practicing a little bit longer and studying these reports. NJ, thank you very much. I'm not perfect. So we have a ton of people in here, folks. I can't thank you all enough for coming. I'd love to know why you're here. We have enough time. Type in why you're here. Type in why you are here, if you'd be kind enough to do that. There's so many people here, I can't see all of you. So I can see your questions though. Calvin, I know you're teasing me. Type in while you're here. If anybody else comes in, I'm not going to be able to see them. People are so funny. I'll tell you the truth. When people ask me why I do this, Mary, that's the best answer to see if this is a method for you. Mary, it's a great method. If you're like me, I don't really like spending hours in the market. I like a trade to be over fairly quickly, and then I like to move on to the next one. I'm not a discretionary trader. In other words, I'm not going to sit at the open and wait for a trade. That's not what I do. I mean, we sometimes have tried doing that, and we have some trades that are not just standard news trades. Let's see what Mel is saying. The instrument I'm trading, Chris, is gold, GC 1219. Satvir has limited time, and that's a perfect reason why we do what we do. Mel, a lot of people have their own systems, and they trade their own system in our trade room because we give a lot of information that people could use. Calvin likes to win or lose in a second rather than suffer through a trade going against you. That was the thing I hated the most about discretionary trading. I could never deal with the fact that the trade was working against me, and I would always exit at the wrong time, and then the trade would move in my direction just at the last second. You know the deal. I mean, everybody knows. Discretionary trading is hard. It's very hard. Alexander, if you raised your hand by accident, don't worry about it. If you have a question, feel free to type it in. So whatever happens, please stick around. I have a short presentation after the trade. Win or lose, remember that we're here for the long haul. And that's the key. We're here for the long haul. We're not here just for one trade. Yes, it's impressive when a trade works, but we're here because we want to show that we have a system that we like. We think it really is a great way to trade news. About how many trades do we take per week? Stephanie, it really depends on the testing. Not Stephanie, Stephen. It's either Stephen or Stephan. It depends on the testing. We have about 30 events a week easily. And there's some weeks where we might just trade 3 times live. It's possible. We might only trade 3 times. We might trade once a week. We might trade 10 times a week. But I trade very targeted. I like to trade the trades that I feel are going to give me the best chance to have a winner. My entries aren't on the charts yet. They're not going to show up until 2 seconds before the report gets released. That's the way our software works. So, but I don't have to fumble around. It does it for me. It's going to put the orders on the chart. And then if I get a good move, I'll make some money. If I get a bad move, I'll lose money. And I have an account that's big enough that I can withstand whatever happens today. Because that's the way you want to do it. You want to set yourself up so that one trade doesn't ruin your life. Okay, we have 1 minute. What we're going to look for is this number. By the time the number comes out, the trade most probably is going to be over. If my first target gets hit, then I might very well hit the break even button, which will move my stop to break even if my trade is positive. If the news is matching, I could cancel the trade. Okay, we got 20 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Perfect bracket. That's when our system works perfectly, folks. That was a perfect trade. I don't even know what the news was yet. I don't even care what the news was yet. Let me explain what happened. In a way, I think we had a little bit of luck and very, very good planning. Okay, I made $440 in 1 second, and you all saw me do it. I'm trading live. I'm not making this up. This is what we do regularly. Uh, I want to know what Enrico made because Enrico trades very large sizes. Um, Patrick, you're welcome. Now all my members are going to thank me for the money they made. But let's watch the index because the behavior of the index after the trade. Make sure you cancel your trade, folks, if you're a trading like me. The news was 135,000 jobs were created. They were expecting 140. We got a much more dramatic move than I would have expected based on such a minimal offset. That's why you're getting a reversal, okay? Because the offset was not that great. The news was not that bad. Gold goes up on bad news. Bonds go up on bad news. You could see that bonds moved the same way that gold did. Bonds tend to be less whippy than gold because there's a lot more orders sitting in the market. And you can tell by looking at the dome for the individual instrument. I don't like to trade off the Ninja Dome. A lot of people do, but to me, because I was trained to trade on TradeStation and not Ninja, the Ninja Dome to me is just an unusable dome. They do everything the wrong way. So, but you can use the dome to look at your liquidity. And when you compare the liquidity of gold and bonds, you'll see that there's a tremendous, tremendous difference. Let me just turn off my color. Folks, I made $440, my exact plan, my exact plan. Do you understand that? I will not trying to show off, but look at the amount of orders that are sitting on the dome for bonds, thousands. And gold had hundreds, if not less. Gold, it had in the 20s and 10s. Gold is much more, so it's much easier to eat through those orders on gold than it is on bonds. So bonds, even though I didn't trade them, we may at some point in the future change over to bonds because they're less dangerous. I've been looking at bonds and testing bonds because I want to see if they're worth trading as well as gold has been on this report. Okay. Uh, there was a revision. One of my members is telling me something that I didn't see yet. There was a revision of 40,000 jobs less. So that's also why gold moved. So Dan, thank you for that information. Eric, stop. Don't change something that is working, please. AM. I'm not like the most excited person in the world because the key to trading well is to stay calm no matter what happens. You don't want to go crazy. My boss is telling me to get excited, then to sell the trade room. And I'm saying, hey, I don't want to get totally excited because I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't tell you how happy I am. There's nothing worse, like I said, than coming into the room and then having a bad trade in front of all these folks. We don't want to lose money in front of people. We want you to stick around and watch my presentation now. So now I have earned the right to sell you my software, folks. You have to give me that. So Anthony R, did you trade and did you make some money? That's what I want to know. I want a report now from all my members that have made money. All right, Anthony, one of our newest members, over 400 on the trade, and Anthony's getting closer and closer to paying for everything he paid. Now, Chantal, who usually makes money on bonds, is telling me that ZF had a whipsaw and ZF was not good to trade today. Ralph, a member, made over $800 today. Valerie was in the wrong trade room. Valerie, you missed a beautiful winning trade, a beautiful winning trade. Keith made $870. Keith is a member. Dan made $830. Why does everybody make more money than me? You know why? Because I'm trading like a normal person. I want you to see what it's like for a regular person to trade. I know you can make thousands on these trades if your account's big enough. I know it. I see it every month, every week, almost every day. I see people make bigger money than me. My point is, I want you to know what it's like to be normal. Okay? Who else? More members. Valerie, the amount of ticks that it moved on the first candle after the trade, 1492.40, and it went up and made a new high. It moved almost 30 ticks. It moved 29 ticks, Valerie. It popped up ballpark 29 ticks. I believe that candle didn't open at the bottom of the candle. We're getting a reversal, in my opinion, because the offset, the difference between actual news and the forecasted news was not that incredible. Okay. So that could definitely cause what we're seeing in the index. So now I want you to give me 5 minutes. I want 5 minutes of your time. And I want to just go over my slides. This is our disclaimer. Don't trade money you can't afford to lose. You know, don't trade over your head. Everybody knows. And while I'm giving this presentation, I want people to type in the amount of money they made, okay? And I'll repeat that in between what I'm going to say. So this is me, and I hate that picture. And this is really me, okay? Let me show you what I really look like. That's me, okay? I don't look like that guy on the left. That's not me. I'm a musician. I'm a regular guy, just like I told you. I'm in my office. I've helped thousands of traders around the world learn how to do this. News trading is dangerous. You can't do it. Not true. We just proved it. I'm helping you. I want to help you achieve success. A couple of people said that they can't make money trading, and that's one of the reasons they came here. So what's our secret weapon? We really have a secret weapon, okay? And our secret weapon is the software. You saw what my software did. My software automatically put the orders on the chart. So it reduces human error, right? Less mistakes, less anxiety, more consistency. Did I sound nervous before this trade? No, we were talking about all sorts of stuff, including the trade. And that's because I have software that sets up what I'm going to do, and it gives me better results, a faster learning curve, all the things that you see right now on the market, on the screen. Now, these are real screenshots from our members. This was from yesterday, folks, yesterday. Today, all my members are going to send me screenshots. Dave, my favorite is Dave. Dave made $380 yesterday. That was his third live trade ever. Okay. And he's had 3 live profitable trades in a row. He spent months in the trade room practicing in sim. Months and months. Jeremiah made $520, okay, in the trade room today live. This is not fake stuff. Yesterday, Alex from Hong Kong, $4,110. You can see it. Look at the move. Look at the move. He traded 10 contracts. That was only 6 more than what I traded. 6 more than what I traded. Al made $537 on the grain report, which was Monday. All right. The grain report was also another what we call a prime trade. Prime trades are trades that we know have like an 75% to 80% success rate. The trade you saw today is 100% this year, 10 out of 10. You only have to trade that report every month. You don't have to trade anything else. If you trade it big enough, right? If you want to, you don't have to trade very much in our system. And that's what we love about our system. Patrick made $1,300 on yesterday's ISM report. $1,300. He had positive slippage. He made more money than what his targets were set up for because the market moves so fast in his direction. And then Enrico, who didn't used to trade this report, and I'm going to brag for once, and I'm going to say Enrico took my advice and he started trading extra reports. I bugged him. I said, Enrico, I've got some extra reports I think you should be trading. And he trusted me. He didn't have to trust me. $1,195 on a bond trade. $4,500 on the energy report. Okay, these are real screenshots. 620, 1,020. They go on and on and on. Facebook earnings. We trade the FANG stocks on earnings. It's a lot of fun. I mean, what we do is fun, and I want to make you a deal today so that you can come in with us and do what we do. We have spent thousands of hours. We spent a lot of hours on live trading and practicing and developing our software. We invested $7,000 on our software since 2012. We've had about 10 upgrades since 2012, and our software is unique in the industry, and that's because we've looked. We trade on an appointment-based basis. We make an appointment and we get here at the expected time, and then we trade and then we leave. The software, Mahmoud, I hope I pronounced your name right. It absolutely works for any instrument, any futures that you want to trade. You have to be a NinjaTrader platform user, okay? You have to use NinjaTrader, you have to use futures, and you can use NinjaTrader 7 or 8. Those are our requirements. On our website, the software sells for $29.97, and that's the truth. It's $3,000. For a limited time, very limited, you can get the JOBB software, that's what we call it, at a special price, not $7,000 that we paid to develop it, not $3,000, the regular price, nope, $497. Go to www.getjobbnow.com, www.getjobnow.com, all right? And we're gonna give you 6 months in our trade room for free to the first 10 people. Carol, you hear me? 10 people only. Carol is a member who's been here before, and she's back. And she's back, and she's going to buy the software today. This webinar is definitely recorded, Mahmoud, and I hope I pronounced your name properly. Mark, who's a brand new member, said, quote, changed my trading life in less than a week. That's what he just typed to me just now. And I'm not making that up. I can't make that up. I don't think that well. I'm not that smart. Best of all, we're going to take all the risk, okay? We're going to give you a guarantee. 100% 6-month money back. Trade with the JOBB software for 6 months. Now follow me here. 6 months. Trade with me live in the trade room in simulation. You don't even have to waste any money. Lose money, win money, spend money. Do it in sim. 8 days over the next month, 2 days a week. You got to trade with me live for 6 months. 2 days a week, 6 months live. But it could be sim. We just want you in the trade room so that you really try it out. Continue trading on your own at least 8 days a month. That's twice a week. Just take 2 trades a week, starting with a $5,000 account in simulation over the following 5 months. If you're not happy with the JOBB software for any reason at the end of the total of 6 months, just show us the proof that you took these trades and we'll give you a 100% refund, okay? If you're not happy, we want you to be happy. The guarantee does not include the platform because NinjaTrader is their own company. They sell the platform. It's not expensive. You can rent it quarterly. You could buy it for life. We believe in this software 1,000%, not 100%. Mahmoud, I will show you an NQ chart. Okay, let me just finish what I'm doing, and don't let me leave without showing you an NQ chart. I'm happy to do it. We know you invested your time to be here. We know we always strive to over deliver on what you expect from us, and that's why we're giving you this deal. $497, and the bonus is our live trade room. It's $297 a month. We're giving it to you for the first 10 people who buy our software for $497. Free 6 months in the live trade room as a bonus. That helps you learn how to trade, okay? It absolutely helps you learn how to trade. Vinicio, I'll talk to the bosses about that, okay? Mary asks which broker. NinjaTrader is the broker of their own software, their own platform, like a lot of brokers do. It's a lifetime license to the software, all right? Vinicio, I'm gonna back offer you the 6 months since you signed up last night. Yes, I'm not even gonna ask my boss if I'm allowed to do it. I'm gonna give you the 6 months in the trading room. I recommend Ninja 8, Valerie. I like Ninja 8 for trading, but I also use Ninja 7. The trap trade software is included in the software RS. It's another setup that we have. Michael, you just got it. Okay, look, everybody that bought the software over the last day or two, we're going to give you the 6 months, okay? So don't worry, just send me an email and remind me so I can update your access. I'm not going to, you know that we're going to take care of everybody. Otherwise, I don't want anybody mad at me. Albert, unfortunately, it has to be made in one payment. It has to be made in one payment. So I don't even have to go through this presentation. You saw what we did. You get the software, it's worth 3,000. 6 months in the trade room, it's worth 1,800 bucks. It's a total of $5,000 for $497. So please just go to www.getjobbnow.com. So the first 10 people will get the software. I have to remind everybody what happened in the room today? Everybody that trade, I didn't see one person except if they didn't trade the way we traded that didn't make money. If you traded the way we traded, people made money, okay? So what if you're not one of the first 10 to sign up? Then you won't get 6 months, okay? If the spots fill up, you'll get 30 days of the trade room. So you got to do it today. You got to do it today. Look, I'm going to lose my job for this. If you do it today, I'm giving you 6 months. If you do it before 10 o'clock today, I'm giving you 6 months and they can fire me. All right? Let them fire me. I don't care. They're not going to fire me. They're going to say thank you. So I'm giving everybody the opportunity for 6 months. Now, our members, you know what? Our members never complain and yell at us for giving people a good deal. You know why? Because they have a good deal. They have a good deal. You know what their good deal is, folks? They're making money. Let me know if you're signing up. I know that Carol's signing up. A lot of new people are signing up. I really have to just repeat over and over that people, even when they have a bad trade, most people understand that you can have a bad trade. And then you just go. David just signed up. Thank you so much, David. I'm excited. Trying to think what I'm leaving out. So a couple of questions. Does the software work on anything other than Ninja? Right now, you got to use Ninja and futures, okay? Just NinjaTrader. Where do you get NinjaTrader? www.ninjatrader.com. I know a lot of you already are NinjaTrader users. If you have trouble installing it, We have a video that explains installation, and we do have an optional installation fee. If you want to pay us, we'll come into your machine and do a major installation. That's something that's brand new. Um, so if you really can't get it installed, but I would happily help you in the trade room also, uh, that so that you don't have to spend money. I mean, look, I want to make money, but I'll do everything I can to help you so that you don't have to spend money installing it. And that means I would even help you in the trade room. And then if you just can't get it going, you might have to bite the bullet and pay us to help you install it. But I'd rather that I teach you to do it and show you to do it. I'm getting so many questions, folks, so bear with me. Donald's been a member for 7 years. He's having so much fun, he wants to sign up again. He likes the idea of trading this way. Oh, why did I choose a target of 6 is what Jeff is asking. Geo is asking. Hey, Geo, the truth is I just choose the target of 6 based on my experience of how this trade's been moving for the past year. That's how we base our targets. We just watch the movement. See, we're not using things like Elliott wave or MACDs or things like that. We're using the way that a report moves on its tick action. So for instance, if you look at our daily market mover report, for instance, on this trade, if you look at the market mover report on this trade, it gives us a good idea of what we want to use for our targets. Let me see if I can find the report. I'm so excited, I don't know where I put everything. So here's the ADP market mover report, right? But really, I have a target of 7. I use 6 to be a little bit more conservative just because we've had 9 winning trades in a row. So I was being a little bit safer, but I actually added a target. I added a third target at 20 because I've seen this trade move more and more ticks. But we have this table on the report that shows over the past 18 months how many ticks the report has been moving. So that's how we set up our targets. Brian, one of our members, also does some testing for me, and he shows me the average number of ticks on the first candle sometimes. So he does that a lot. I'm going to stop my presentation for a second. I have to show Mahmoud the NQ chart because I promised. And my presentation is completely frozen anyway. So remember, you get a full month with the software if you don't sign up today. Future upgrades are free. It's an unlimited license of the software. What if you're already a member and you buy the software? If you're a trade room member, we'll give you the 6 months extra if you buy the software, okay? So this is time sensitive. You got to do it. You got to do it before 10 o'clock, I said. Otherwise, we're not going to give you the freebie, all right? You'll get the free 6 months if you do it. You really want to do it now. That was the deal. First 10 people. www.getjobbnow.com, $497. So that's my presentation, folks. I'm going to put that slide back on, but I want to show Mahmoud because I promised him. Here's a chart of the NQ. Let me show it in Sim. Mahmoud, look, I made 440 bucks, everybody, in 1 second. You saw it. It was 3 seconds. Sorry, it was 3 seconds. It was a very impactful trade on an impactful report. I mean, we study the reports. So Mahmoud, all you got to do is type in NQ 1219. And there's the NQ 1 minute chart. All right. You want the ES? I trade the ES. We trade the ES. We have a Friday only trade on the ES. ES is 1219 also. I just have to find it. I have so many futures that I'm experimenting with. There's the ES. I have an indicator called net change display that shows you how many points the market is down from 6 p.m. last night. So the NQ is down 57, the ES is down 18. Okay. More questions. Do you get the DMM report? The DMM Vinicio is a separate product. I believe you signed up for them. I thought I saw that you signed up for them. So when do we sell or buy? Mahmoud, it's different on every trade. Our software sets up the buy and the sell so that it's on the chart right before the report comes out. That's how it works. Do you follow me? So you buy or sell, but we also have a setup, Mahmoud, that you could do it manually. You could use our software to trade discretionary. We have a setup called the one-click range trade. And the way that so you could do reversals with it, but still use our software like a super ATM without having to learn how to write ATM language. It's fantastic. See, we have these different setups called entry types. Today we used a breakout, but we have a one-click range trade that if I put it and enable it, and I do it in Sim, which I'm doing now, it gives me these buttons, and I could either enter the trade long and short, and it uses my targets and stops, or I could use a range based on zones. We have a zone indicator that we wrote. We have highs and low indicators that we use. So we have all sorts of different setups. Where do we get the reports from? Mahmoud, that's a great question. We get the reports. It's really just based on our experience of knowing where to look for the reports. So the first thing we do, I'm just going to show you the website so you can see it. That's my presentation. All right, so you could see it. My boss is going to kill me for showing it this way, but I want you to be able to see the software also. So that's the website, getjobbnow.com. We get the report first every Sunday. You get our weekly market mover, Mahmoud. That's this report, right? This has all of the events that we think, through our experience, are going to move the markets this week. And that changes. We might add some things during the week. We might take some off, okay? Like our next trade room today is the crude report, okay? We'll be in the trade room at 10 o'clock. But we get that information from the calendars that are published by various companies. Forex Factory, for instance, they have a great calendar, forexfactory.com, okay? So we teach our members how to use Forex Factory. We've got investing.com, financialjuice.com, okay? Get it? So it's the calendars that once you learn Econoday, DR, I've got some training videos. I want to be honest. Your best bet is to come into the trade room. We have been spending the last 9 months creating a new website, and our next job is to update our educational videos. So I want to be honest, our educational videos can be better. I have a million of them, and I'd be happy to send some to you. But if you come into the trade room, there is no better training than coming into the trade room, okay? That's the truth. That's the truth. Are there different training videos for your different setups? DR asks. Absolutely. Is your software created to use daily? No. Mamu, we trade at night also. We trade Australia, we trade Chinese news. We do all sorts of different times. We trade, sometimes I'll get up at 2:30 in the morning and trade the German Flash Manufacturing Services PMI report. All right. That's a really important report that we trade. We have a prime trade class. The room, Mary, is only open when there's an event. We don't use the trade room. We're not a traditional company, Mary. We don't open our trade room unless we're coming in it. It's not open where people just hang out and, and talk politics and get off the whole fact of what they're doing. Our room is only open um, when there's a trade because we want you to concentrate just on the moment that you're supposed to be here. You can trade micros, George. People are trading micros. You might have to do some adjustments because the brackets are different, the targets and stops would be different. But we trade the MES, and some of our members are trading micros. One of my members, Robert in Texas, trades only micros, and he's doing really well with them also. And that's the truth. He's doing really well with micros. So you can trade, you can definitely trade micros. We trade futures on earnings on the FANG stocks. And that's something that's coming up in about 2, 3 weeks. We'll do that. And we use a different setup for that. It's really interesting. It's exciting, I'll tell you that much. It's very exciting to trade Apple earnings. Most people wouldn't dare do it the way that we do it. But we've been successful doing it. I'd say we only had one quarter where earnings, I think I lost $100 one quarter. Most quarters I've easily made money on all the earnings we do. We usually do somewhere between 4 and 6 earning trades per earnings quarter. And one day, when I convinced my bosses to modify the software, we could just do earnings only because our software can do it. It's just that it's not set up to trade stocks for earnings because it wasn't designed that way. Tomorrow we have 4 trade rooms, probably 3 actual live trades, and Friday is the jobs report. Friday is the jobs report. Tomorrow we have another prime trade, the ISM non-manufacturing report. Every prime trade this week has been a winner. The grain report won on Monday, ISM manufacturing won on yesterday, and today we won with ADP. Yesterday's ISM manufacturing report, people don't realize this, profitable since January also, 10 out of 10. ADP, 10 out of 10. The grain report, 2 years, no stop outs. What else? I mean, really, our only difficult trade, the only difficult trade we ever have, non-farm payrolls is the hardest prime trade to trade. That's Friday. And that's because the market changes. That's what happens. The market changes. And we can't do anything about that. And when the market changes, you have to change with it. So I'm not 100% what I should be changing on non-farm pay, what I should be trading on non-farm payrolls. We trade gold. Gold works most of the time on it, but the markets haven't been responding the way I'd like to see. But let's look at this week. This week has been the most amazing week we ever had in our trade room. Yesterday, like I said, I made a video. You could go watch it up on YouTube. It's public, it's free. I think I called it Members Made Thousands of Dollars yesterday. Dave wants me to help. Our members are so nice. They type things like this to me. If it helps, tell them I made $120 live today and $600 for the week. That's Dave, and Dave just started trading live with us. Just started trading live. Agnes is asking, what time is the trade room when we subscribe? Okay, Agnes, so you're not seeing what we do. Here's why you're getting confused. There is no time for the trade room. Every week it's different. It's based on this report, the weekly market mover that you get Sunday. You use this report to set up your weekly schedule, okay? These are the events that we're thinking of trading this week, okay? Use that Sunday report to set up your weekly schedule. So I can't tell you what time the trade room is going to be next week until I make that schedule. We're just not a regular company. We don't do things the way everybody does it, which I think is a bonus, to be honest. It's a bonus because you don't have to sit in the trade room all day. I mean, I've got time to get in my car and do the appointment I got to do, and I don't have to trade anymore today. You know, I made over $400. That's not bad. That's not bad. And I've got members that made way more than me, way more than me. So please go to our website. The first 10 people get the software, www.getjobnow.com, .getjobnow.com. 6 months free in the trade room. I promised everybody who signed up in the last day or two, yes, we will grandfather you in. Okay. No way are we going to not take care of our members who take care of us. You can absolutely use NinjaTrader 7 or NinjaTrader 8. Lots of people use NinjaTrader 7, Mahmoud. I do like NinjaTrader 8 better now. I think it's faster, but NinjaTrader 7 is way better for back testing. So you can use either one, whichever one you want to use. We have strategy for both. It doesn't matter. Okay. So www.getjobbnow.com. Don't forget the https:// right? Getjobnow.com. So folks, I'm going to wrap this up. We've been here for an hour, almost an hour. I'm so happy that this worked out great, that it worked out great. Satvir, you're very welcome. I'll see you in the live room Friday. That'd be awesome. That'll be great. I have a lot of homework getting everybody set up. I'm excited. I knew this was going to be an exciting week. I never dreamed it would be this exciting. So last time I'm going to say it, $497. If you sign up right now, we're going to give you the 6 months. www.getjobbnow.com. Why would you not want to do this? The reason that we're successful, folks, is really simple. We trade targeted, we trade smart, and we trade the reports that make money on a consistent basis. You know, you want to trade the proper way for your account size also. And there's no embarrassment about trading one contract. There's no embarrassment about canceling a trade if you don't like the price action before a trade. And there's certainly no embarrassment about making $400 in the trade room on a live trade on the ADP report. And I'm going to end on that note. I want to thank everybody for coming today. www.getjobbnow.com. I'll see you all in the trade room. And thanks so much for letting me come into your life and share my experiences with you. So everybody, thank you so much for coming. I hope that I convinced you to do this. If you think it's too fast for you, we have lots of slow trades that are mellow. Believe it or not, you don't have to trade the fast trades. Mary, I want you to sign up because I think in your heart you want to sign up and you're not sure yet. So maybe you did sign up and I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. But if you give it 6 months, that's what I would recommend. Give it 6 months. Make an investment in yourself. Give it a chance to work. If you have one bad trade, don't quit. That's what people do. They jump from guru to guru, never finding a system that works for them. I understand that sometimes this is not the right system for everybody, but for many, many people, this can be the right system. So I love not having to sit in the trade room all day watching charts. I used to watch charts from 6 a.m. in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, and my family didn't know my name. Anyway, Mel, you're very welcome for the invite. I will see everybody in the trade room, and thanks again for coming. Once again, my name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director at 10minutetrades.com. And you can happily go anytime you want, 10minutetrades.com, to sign up for some of our products. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. And my members, count your money. And I'll see you all later. Take care, folks.